going to be going is we are going to be going into Google Slides, okay? Now, some of you guys, if you want to, can actually be following along in our slides, okay? So I am going to go ahead and do a new presentation, all right? Now, here's a couple things that you guys could know due to. It would not have to be Google Slides. It could actually be Canva, those kinds of things. The big thing with it is you're just going to be wanting to go ahead and do the page setup. So when I did this, I just go to page setup. And the reason for this is I'm wanting to change the dimensions some with this because I need it to be a little bit wider. And guys, to be honest, I don't even know for sure what I want. I'm just kind of playing around with it. Like I did the 14.75 times 4. I think that's a little too long. So see, I just go back to page setup and then I'm like, let's try 13.75. And I'll be like, yeah, I still think it's a little bit too long, but that's okay. I'll just kind of keep that in mind. I go ahead and I take off all of the text and stuff. I almost kept text in there for the zombie one to be like brains, but I was mad at that point because I couldn't do what I wanted to do, and so I didn't add it in there. But it's like a blank slate. Okay, this could, like I said, be in Canva as well if you wanted to, and you could just do it as like a Google Classroom banner. I'll show you that really quick because that just makes sense to show you both ways. Half the time, this is how I function anyways, is I pull both things up and I kind of look at like which one is going I'm more interested in. Remember, if you go ahead and log into a lot of the Panther TV stuff, you are going to have the pro account. Okay, so I am going to log in with Google and I'm going to go ahead and log in with the, it probably just took me into C-Riffle, believe it or not. Also show you it that direction too. But when I go to create in Canva, what I'm going to probably be going in and looking for is a Google Classroom banner. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'll make it this way and then I'll show it the other way too so you guys can. So this is where I did then. And so if I sit here and I'm going to do a spooky motion banner, okay, I'm going to have it there. All right. So now I want to pick a background for this. So then I would simply just go to Google and I think I did spooky background. Maybe banner just with this. I want it to kind of give me a little bit. Of course, then when I of a stretched feel with it too. And okay, I have an idea. Okay, and it's funny when you get it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with this one here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just I'm right clicking it so that I can save the image as. Some of you could actually go ahead and try to copy that as well. And I'm just doing background on the desktop because it's easy for me to have access to it. I do like some of these other ones as well. I don't really like that one because that's like chopping somebody up and I don't really like that, but maybe you guys would. Okay. Oh, another thing you could do too, just so you know too, you can also do like a copy image. And so then when I come back in here, I could copy it in there as well. I just like to bring it in as a background because then it fills up the same thing. So then I go, background too. So I know both my backgrounds. So then I'm going to come back here to my spooky motion banner and then I could go ahead and insert and I can go ahead and bring in the new audio like that. Or you can also even come in here too. I was trying to think where the background, change background. You know how I said I like to do it as a background. Choose the image. I am going to go ahead and browse because I know it's on my desktop. I know that I just brought it in. And so then I'm going to go ahead and pull it in this way. And hopefully, voila, it doesn't look too bad. Then I'm done. Okay, that does not look good. Do not like that at all. It stretched it way too much, so I am going to undo. I don't want that in. I'm going to see if I can just insert it as an image without stretching it too much, and if not, I'm going to have to come up with another plan. And this is where you guys are just going to keep trying it. Okay. So then I'm like, the pixel, yeah, sorry guys, can't do it. So I'm going to go to my next one to see what this one, the second one that I uploaded. This is usually why I do a whole bunch of them, so that if I have a poor choice, okay, it's not me. Okay, nope, it has a watermark on it. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Spooky Background. When you guys are doing a lot of these, you have to understand that you can use tools, and I could come in here and I could still go ahead and say like, hey, I want this to be a larger one. I can even give like specific of how I want it to be, the dimensions that I want it to be, you know, and so forth, in order to grab one as well. There's usage rights on here. You know, if I'm wanting something that doesn't have a watermark, I could come in here and say any size if I want that as well. And then I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to come all the way in here. I'm going to look at this one. Okay, I don't know why I'm taking so much time. I'm just going to do... I sometimes even come up here, see how I'm looking at the dimensions. I need it to be more than what that is. Let me look at this one too. What needs to be a little bit more. Just look at this dimensions. It's still, I need it to be bigger. No, I'm not getting any bigger. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just going to try this one again. I am just going to go ahead and copy image because we're trying to go fast. I don't want to take too much time. Paste it and bring it on in here. And then this is the direction that I'm going to go, because that's not too bad. Okay. I could keep trying to bring it in, kind of extend it, you know what I'm saying? So I have my little background here. It's mostly I just need something so that either I can be running through or bats could be flying through or whatever. Okay. So I have it. Now I want to kind of go ahead and think, okay, well, what is it that I want to, action that I want to have going on? And I'm going to go ahead and, since it's easy for me, I have the Bitmojis there. See, like I put the extension there. So like if I go up there, I could find me in all different places. The only thing I thought last night after I did it is I was like, I should have put a Halloween costume on in my Bitmoji app, because if I put it on, then it would already be there. Okay. And I might be doing that on my phone right now as I'm talking to you guys. But then the other thing is I can still come back here, and then if I wanted to do like a bat with a transparent background, and the reason I do that is because I want it as a PNG. Okay. Sometimes this is what's really weird about this though, is sometimes it will say that it's a PNG, but when you go to move it, see, and now this is, do you see how that is a PNG? Okay, sometimes they're not. They'll look like PNGs and they're not, okay? I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to copy the image. I'm going to come back over to my Spooky Motion, and I'm going to go ahead and paste it into here. And so I am going to have my bats here, all right? So I want to have lots and lots and lots of bats that look like they're moving and so forth. So I'm going to take this slide and highlight it, and I'm simply going to duplicate it. Okay, so then I'm going to take this and I'm going to do copy. And so I did Command C, and now I'm going to do Command V. Okay, here. And then sometimes what I like to do is just go ahead and kind of move it around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of different. I'm going to bring in some more here, bring it up this way so it kind of looks like different directions. Same thing, going to do it again. Duplicate slide, and I'm going to come back over here. I'm doing, and I'll show you another way. You can come up here to edit and do copy that way, and then go back and do paste, and then I can pull my bats back over here. Since they're going into the distance, I am going to kind of make them kind of smaller and smaller, like they're flying away. So it looks like the ones that were first there are the ones that are now getting closer to that like beautiful little moon. Okay. So then I have these three little things with it too. Now, if I wanted to do even more with it, then I could decide to be like, oh, hey, if I want some pumpkins or something like that. And I could even maybe, I didn't even try this. I could maybe even try to bring in a GIF. I'm saying that's already there. That would be on each one. I don't know why. I don't know what that would look like exactly, but those are options. So right now I want you guys just to kind of find a background. I'm going to give you like maybe 30 seconds if you guys can keep up with me. If you can't, that's okay too. No big deal. Just give you guys a little bit of time. The reason I was giving you guys a little bit of time is simply because I was trying to see if I could totally have my Bitmoji updated. And it's updated, okay? So I could sit here and be like I am a... Okay, so if I come back up here to the first one, okay, that I've already set up, then I could come to my Bitmoji, and then if I want to go ahead and put myself in there, pull myself down in there as a, see, it already makes me as a PNG, okay, so I can have it kind of be like, oh, hey, bats here, you know, like, yay, and then I'm going to come to the next one, and then I'm going to, it's like I'm going to be moving myself along, so now I'm going to be looking for something that I could, if I be running, just something that's going to be giving me a motion that I want. So I'm going to try this one now because I'm going to be like, oh no, there's a whole lot of bats here. And so then I'm going to, and see, I have to kind of keep maybe my sizing pretty similar there. And then I'm going to go to the third one, and then I'm going to realize, you know what, they're flying away from me. And so I am totally okay. And so then I bring in this, okay, and small, so that I'm coming right here to the pumpkin. All right. Actually, maybe on this side of the pumpkin. Okay, so that's what it is. I have all three of these, okay? So now what I'm going to do for each of them, as I go back up to the top, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to download, well, actually, let me first show you what you should be able to do. You guys might be able to do. If you come here to File and you come all the way down here to, okay, I already forgot where you're going. Give me just a second. Okay, I do remember now. If you have the capability to do this, if you go over to add-ons, there should be an add-on that you should be able to get, and I think that it's called the Creator Studio. Let me see if that's what it is. I might just be making that up. Creator, yep, Creator Studio. You might be able to go ahead, see Save Slides, see how app not whitelisted for install by admin. I can't get it. I can't get it, okay? You may be able to get it, and if you can get that, you can actually make the gift right there within the slide. Okay, phenomenal. It will be so fast. Okay, I can't do that, and you may not be able to do that either. So then I'm going to show you how I did it. I just had to add a whole lot more steps. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to be downloading it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and download the JPEG image of my current slide. Okay, I'm going to go to my second one and do the same thing. Download of my current slide. It's going to pop back up at me, and then I'm going to go down to my third one, and I'm going to be, hey, I'm going to download the JPEG of my current slide. Okay, and then I have that. So now I have all of these downloaded. Okay, now I tried multiple ones of them, but the one that I ended up being okay with was this easygift.com, okay, because it's free and because I felt like it gave me a little bit of control to like slow down, you know, my role when I was drawing pumpkins. So now what I have to do is I now get to go ahead and I'm going to go down to my downloads because I just downloaded those, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the three JPEGs that I just downloaded. I'm going to go ahead and put them in. I believe that it allows you to actually, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I think it allows me to put it in order, which some of that isn't gonna, I'm gonna need to put it in order here. So I'm gonna need to have this one all the way over here. This one all the way over there. Yes, and then I'm also going to do the delay. I did change all these delays on the pumpkin throwing to 40 to slow me down even more, even though it probably would, if I was running faster, it might look nice. I wanted it to loop forever, so that's why I didn't do any of this. And then you go ahead and just click make, and then it's going to show it to you down here. See, so I have all this going on. Okay, it does tell you that you can go ahead and optimize it. I did optimize mine last night, and then after I optimize it, there were other things that you could go around and play in there, you know, if you want to add color filters, that kind of thing. I didn't, because I was kind of done with it. And so then I just hit save, and then it brings it down. Then once you are in, so you have your GIF that you made, your motion, then you can come back here, and all you're going to do is you're going to hit upload photo. And then some of you can just drag and drop it if you want. It will allow you to see it. Of course, then I'm going to have to extend it because I want to get like the whole picture of everything in there. I can adjust that however I want. And then I go ahead and I select the class theme. So now I am no longer throwing pumpkins, but I am now running from bats. Okay? You're going to do 2 of them. You're going to do one for yourself. Like I said, make it however you want to. It doesn't have to be Halloween. You can do fall or whatever you want. Okay, just don't be offensive. And then make one for a teacher. Okay, so if you wanted to make one with, like for Mr. Logan with music notes, maybe you want to make one for Mr. Fields that's going to have like basketballs, you know, that there's so many different things that you could do. Okay. The other thing with it too is some teachers are going to like this so much, and I'll just tell you, like Mrs. Hirsch, she has Bitmojis, okay, because that's what her and I used to. We always send the Bitmojis to each other in email. Once she added it, she saw I added the extension, so she did too. They may be able to send it to you, because if you sat there and we're making one for me, and you're like, hey, Ms. Ripple, I need one of you, and you were specific, I could send that to you, okay, pretty easily. Mrs. Hirsch is one that's like that. I'm trying to think of any others that I know that have it. You know what I'm saying? Make one for Mrs. Henderson that has like killer robots, you know, or I don't know, lots of fun with that. Okay. So do you guys have any questions? Any questions at all? I'm going to go ahead and stop recording just so then I have it.